Hello, everybody. Happy Monday and
Oh.
welcome back to yet another California Psychics live stream. I am Bree. I'm going to be your moderator for the day. And today, surprise, last minute, I am here with Psychic Rika. Rika, how are you?
Hello, everyone. So good. So happy I could jump on here last minute and do this.
We appreciate
Yay.
the last minute effort. We appreciate it. Really quick before we get started, I just have a couple of ground rules that I want to go over. Rule number one, no questions about anything fertility. So I know pregnancy is a really big question that a lot of people like to ask about. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer anything about pregnancy, anything health related, sicknesses, COVID, anything like that. Off limits, and then as well as anything pertaining to law. So court cases, Social Security, anything like that is a no-go. Everything else is on the table and up for grabs. We do have a promo code for new customers to California Psychics. So if you are brand new to California Psychics, you've never used our service before, you can go ahead and go on to our website, californiapsychics.com, or download our app, California Psychics, and you guys can create an account and use the promo code RIKA5 for $5 added to your account to go to. Yeah, and that could be with Psychic Rika, and we have hundreds of other psychics on our website as well. So, and then let's see what else. Really quick before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that with Rika, we really appreciate it if you're able to be present and at your keyboard if we choose your question. A lot of times Rika will ask follow-up questions for validation, and we really appreciate it if you could just reply back to us. So I'll be looking out for your comments. I think that's all that I have. Rika, are you ready?
I am ready. And yeah, if you're not here during this Facebook Live and you listen to it later and your question didn't get answered and there's a way to confirm it, please type in some comments later.
Yeah.
But I am definitely ready.
Yeah. I'm so excited. So excited.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'll see you also the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Double dose of Rika. So 2 weeks from today, she'll be back. Okay. Let's get started with our first one of the day. And that is going to be Marianne over on Facebook. Hi,
Okay,
Rika.
I did like an MA.
Oh, I met Rob as you predicted last July. Any insight on where this might be headed? Thank you so much.
Mary Ann. All of a sudden I thought like wedding, but I was in a different country, which was interesting. So that might be the honeymoon, but I want to be like Viva la something. Okay. But let's find out. Just let me go to Matt. So think of if you're here, great. And if you're not, whatever, it doesn't matter, I guess. But here we go. Rob. I would say that you should know, like by May, like if you're not obviously not living together yet, because you just said what you said about July, maybe you already are, but I'm going to say that you should know that you could be living together next May or June before the 1 year mark. There's something going on in March or April that like will give clarity. Like, so there's some stuff in his past to me that he's like closing up, whether that's be bills, it could be from an ex relationship, or, I just feel like he's putting some things in order from the past, like from maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Also, I don't know what the state of Florida means to you or why I'm going in this direction. But there's a lot of coastal energy connected to you. So there's a lot of places where that energy, of course, could be true. Also, there's either a father that's passed away on one of your sides that's watching over this. And then I feel like I could say grandpa too. And it feels a very typical name, like a W, like a William Bill. But these are things you can get, verified later, because William Bill and Robert Bob. So maybe, he might be a junior then, with me trying to get that kind of feeling of William Bill or Robert Bob. But this is good news. I would say that you two, I could see a marriage for you happening. Like if you're looking at down the aisle, like I think it could be a couple years from now. I think you could live together. I think you found the person. I think why not? Let me see. I think that you're a human being and you sometimes still have questions or doubts, but just remember that like you can't always live a relationship by externalizing or looking, just what are they doing? What are they doing? You're in it, right? So if you find yourself always like always in the other person's mind, you need to pull back and you really need to get connected with yourself and your prayer, because you're the one that's living it, right? So you can't ask for it, even though it came true, this prediction, like you can't you can't pit your predictions against the way that you use your mind. Your mind has got to get in accord with what you're actually asking and what you're saying you want to have happen on earth. You're the one that's going to be living it on earth. That's a lot of lecture with that, but it's all good news and sunshine. I hope you guys go somewhere this Christmas. Maybe that's where the coastal energy is as well.
Oh, I love that. Keep us updated, Marianne, and good luck with Rob. We'll keep our
Woohoo!
fingers crossed. Okay, let's find ourselves our next question. Carol from Facebook. My girlfriend passed away last year. I want to know if she's around me.
I know you have a last name of G, Carol, but the first initial that came up when you said girlfriend was a GJ sound. Either she's calling out other people alive and not just the last name, or she's connected to that sound herself. She talks about coming right next to you. There's flowers near you. She immediately puts you by flowers. And I want to say something about 6 months ago, which even though you said it was about a year ago, right? About 6 months ago in flowers. So hopefully you have a memory with that you can identify. It could be that, I mean, she's literally right next to you. So it could be, oh, you bought flowers specifically for her on a certain day. Or it could be that you put flowers on your body or something like that. So she's mentioning flowers. She also, oddly enough, and it's not just because like it's in your picture, she literally also showed me the American flag again, which makes me wonder if you guys both had connections to military people. She is sad. She mentions the Ruth, Rose, or Robert, like so an R name is connected with her as well, or she's calling it out. And she says that she knows how much you miss her. She even says Sally. She wants to talk about everyone under the sun. So these are things you'll have to verify later, right? Because so much information comes through. But she hears you. She's an angel. She hears you. She's always next to you. She's watching someone in your life grow and being part of that. Makes me think there's a kid watching a kid grow, or it could obviously be grandkid, but it's a kid. And we're watching it grow together. And I hope you understand that, like, because of you, she actually did better at the end of her life. Like, because of you either extended her life through your friendship, or she was able to pass peacefully because of you. There's something about you. You must have really held down a fort during that time. Like, you must have really supported more than just her. It has to be true because of the way she's saying, like, because of her, I lived better. So you really are such a faithful person. She appreciates that. I do think she says December 13th or December 12th or something in the month of December, which is making me think 12 and 13, which could be 2s, 3s, or even add it to 25. But hope that means something to you about something specific to her. Because we can't get validations, or we're not getting validations on these calls, I just have to kind of give the information and move on, because we'll just, we'll see if she chats back later or what. But that's what I'm thinking. I think she's always around. But the main thing she's talking about is flowers. And I know that she's right by your side. Oh, is someone getting married? Is that what she's talking about? Is that what she's talking about, honey? Or a wedding anniversary? Okay, I'm going to leave it with that. Your question was, you want to know if she's around you. I think she's trying to demonstrate she is through these flowers, also about helping raise a young person, and somehow the date coming up in December.
Wow. Yeah.
Whatever initials I, gave you that you can place.
I'm wondering if you're picking up on some energy in the comments, because there are a ton of questions about proposing and engagements and
really?
marriage.
I could be moving on. It could be moving me on. I think right now the energy, I feel like if people aren't there right away, like it's moving me quick today, which means that maybe there's a lot of people to get questions.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's go on to our next one from YouTube, which is a marriage question.
Matt!
Hi, friends.
Matt, okay, maybe I was right. Because I literally wrote down Matt, but I was willing it to be MA for Marianne, but geez.
Yeah. Hi, friends. Matt and I have been together for 16 years now. Do you see any positive things coming our way soon?
When you were already planning to pick that question?
It was starred, yeah.
It was starred. Okay, that's funny, right? So they moved right along for Marianne real quick, and dead friend was like, "I'll tell you all about Miss Jess Morgan over here." Okay, so do you see any positive things? Gosh, whenever we lead with, "Do I see any positive?" It always gives me a little bit of a cringe. I'm like, no, like I can't, like. I hope so. Like, does that mean you broke up with him? Like, WTF? Okay, here we go. Coming our way, marriage, etc. A move. Thank you. Let's get connected. Let's give us a moment to answer. Everyone that's listening, just say, not my mind. We want to hear the truth. You need to make a real decision. If you've really been with him for 16 years and it's consistent. Okay, this is what they said. You'll get married at year 20. Let me just answer it and let me not put any emotion with it. They said you'll get married at year 20. You can definitely get married at year 20. The advice I'm getting for you is that you need to, are you going to leave? Are you going to leave? If you're not going to leave, hang in there. You can get what you want. Now moving, it made me go south. I wanted to go like Tennessee or southern states near Tennessee for some reason. Tennessee could also be like Texas, right? Just the sound of it. So yeah, if you're not together right now because your question, you may not be. It might be a question about we've been up and down. I don't know. But they say that you'll really feel more secure in their questions come May or June of next year. Like there'll be something that will parenthetically change the question. Maybe it's that you'll finally believe he will marry you. Maybe whatever has been the obstacle to this long-term relationship has dissolved, something like that. Yeah, you're going to be with him, but it's probably going to be at year 20. And I would say with this guy, because they share at 25, 30, et cetera. So I think that it's up to you. Like, are you in the relationship and you just need the marriage to make you feel like you are, or can you, what's the real story with you? Are you really going to walk away? What's the real story? Because if you want that marriage sooner, you probably would have to really put your foot down in an absolute way. And you don't feel like that kind of person, which is not a negative. It feels like you're not that kind of person because you don't want to lose him. So just stay with him. Eventually you'll have the wedding ring. That's without a doubt.
Got it. Okie dokie. It looks like we are at about 21 likes over on Facebook. Let's see if we can get there to 50 by the end.
The move with this Jess Morgan makes me think like it would be like Seattle to the south or like one coast to another. Like,
got it.
Sure, honey, but maybe that's what you'll know in May or June.
Totally. Yeah. So keep on liking. Oh, yay. Now we're back up to 33. So let's see if we can get to 50.
We need 1,000 people right
now. Okay. 38. Okay. Just want to make sure y'all are here.
You just need another 992. What's the big deal? It's just a number.
But I do have another question for you. Oh. Can you connect with my grandmother? Her name is Lovey Dell.
How sweet is this? Let's see what she wants to say to you, honey. What a great name, first off. I wish we could all have this name. Okay, so she's talking about a birthmark. She goes a birth. She goes the word birth immediately. Birthmark came out of my mind, out of my mouth. So there's that. It also made me wonder if something about your births were similar, like your birthdays are in the same month or the same day, or her death and your birthday. There's something about a similarity of birth. So we can make it more widespread just because you're not here. But that's one fact she's talking about. The next thing she goes to, she puts like some sort of like diploma or like certificate in your world. So either you just got that certificate or you're in the middle of it and she wants you to keep going. I think she tells me that you're someone that's going to use your voice to help other people and not to give up. She puts younger children around you, like a 3 or 4-year-old. I think it's a boy. Again, you're going to have to see how you identify with that because you can't be here. Naturally, my mind is going to go to either children that are existing now. Oh, yeah, great. That's the same birth for sure. Very good. Very good. Very connected to her. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. That makes me feel great that she was able to give this kind of very good instantaneous thing that's easy to verify. Next, she goes to the little boy, honey, 3 or 4. Is that yours now? Is that a nephew, sweetheart? She's talking about a younger boy. And that's what she's making me think. Okay. A younger boy. It could be 13, 14, but I feel younger. She also talked about your achievement as achieving something, the certificate. And also too, like there's more money coming for you. Like there's a program you're doing, which is going to bring in more money. You should be feeling really good about stuff in January or February. She loves you very much. She says the most important thing is that you have faith. She says that you are so connected to her, that you have so much faith that you feel like she's always around you. Okay, 3 + 4 is 7. I mean, I guess we could go there, but it's still a younger kid, right? So it's a little bit older, but it's still young enough that I'm going to be okay with it because maybe he's just your little baby. Okay, so is that R? Is that an R, honey? Is there an R connected to grandma, grandpa, the kid's dad, or the family? I want to be like Randy, Rudolph, Ruby, So first, middle, last name. You can come back in this moment with that. So I hope you're getting is it degree you're getting, or certificate, whatever it is, more money's coming in the month of January, February. It could be a new job. We're proud of you, honey. You're something of a gift to other people. The good news about Ashley, says your grandmother, is that you always take your troubles and turn them in how to help other people. You never take your troubles as personal. Like a lot of people take their troubles like, why me? And it's like, we are human. If you haven't noticed this world, it's vastly full of troubles. And those people that are able to not say why me, but to use the trouble and to understand how much suffering and turn it around to others are the people that really are able to share their gifts in this world. So keep on doing that, honey. Also makes me think medicine, dentist, medical care, nurse, things like that.
Okie dokie. I don't see any more comments from
Okay.
her, but I will keep my eye out. Okie dokie. Let's see.
They may also, just so you know, because she got that son, and then like what the grandma said about the birthday, she could be calling out other people in the world or even things about herself. So, you know, when
Got
it comes to nursing, medical, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Another one from YouTube, Angelica. Hey, ladies, I really want to know if my mom, Jessica, or grandmother, Maria, who are both deceased, have any messages for me. Thank you.
Okay, and real quick, because I think they gave this girl before us two good facts, and they're moving us quick. If anything I just said applies to you at all, Angelica, let us know, like the medical, the nurse, or any of that, just because of how quick we're moving and how these people are already going to know what Bree's going to do. They already know who she's going to pick. Okay, let's see what they say about you, Angelica. They go 3 months ago. I think it's 3 months ago. It feels like that. And I'm on my bed and they show a picture of you sad and upset and crying. It could be because you're mourning this death or other things. Look, I think this world is hard. I think you're a very sweet, sensitive person. I think you feel the world's emotions very deeply. And it makes me think that you really can take it on. And I encourage you to do things where you're able to let your empathy for the world, like, come off your body, is what their messages are for you. Like, we need to figure out how to get you to have more physical, maybe grounding or strength, because I just think you feel people way too deep. And then those emotions come into you. And then you, instead of, like, for me, when I get a lot of empathy, for example, like, the emotions come through me, and then I'll be like all of a sudden crying or excited about some area of my life. So I've learned how to use my empathy to actually process through my own issues, so no one's empathy can bring me down or make me too tired or defeated or any of those things. I need you to create some sort of healing in your body, a more physical presence where you can forgive. Who are you forgiving? They said forgive what feels like a dad energy. They want me to go 12 years ago. They think that there's old issues weighing on you. A dad could also be father of children that belong to you. And I just feel like if you could just maybe let go of 12 years, you would not feel this sadness nearly as much. Not nearly as much. I hope that makes sense for you. That's the message they want to give you, which is obviously more general than specific, I suppose. But I think that maybe it really is supposed to be this way for you, that like you're just too hard on yourself, sweetie. You're just way too hard on yourself.
Mm. Yeah.
And then C, Carmen, Connie, Chris, Carmen, they're calling out a letter, a C or K connected to you, your family, them, people in your life, living or past. Also, they say they bring a dog presence through.
Wow.
They're talking about a dog. So either, again, since you're not here, that's either right there on Earth. I think there's one that's passed away though, that there is around you.
That's amazing. Okie dokie. Let's see. Michelle over on Facebook. Hi, will Billy propose soon?
Let's find out.
So,
Surprise. Okay. Lots of weddings, especially around the
yes.
holidays, right?
Yes.
Lots of proposals happen.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving through New Year's Day.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
Absolutely.
He should have done it yesterday. I'm sure you agree with me, Miss Michelle. Yeah, honey. Yeah. They say yeah. They say yeah. I'm trying not to ruin the surprise, but they say 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Do you have a vacation? There's something you're gonna be out of at some event. It's funny because I saw vacation, I saw baseball, so I'm not quite sure where you're going. But they make me think it's at an event and it's forthcoming, and that you secured this engagement forever ago. Like, it's been working forever. So all you need to do is really connect to his heart that wants to marry you so badly. And when you think about, but when or what, or gosh, what the crap, like, it's taking forever, just say, you know what, our hearts are connected and it's immediate. Yeah, honey, this is beautiful. I hope that this is a beautiful union. There's also small children around you, which can be grandkids, of course, obviously. But I think this is a match made in heaven. This is a match made in heaven.
That's amazing.
You should be deposed to already. Let's just say you'll be able to report that indeed, December 13th, you'll report indeed it happened a couple weeks before that.
Wow. That's so exciting.
Don't ruin the surprise. Don't go looking for it.
Yes.
Don't like look at it so big that like there's no room to get in.
That's so exciting. Keep us updated, Michelle. Okay, let's see.
I think one of these days we really need to have like an interactive mediumship experience.
It's on my list. I promise. Okay. Jean over on Facebook. Any message from my twin brother David, who passed away unexpectedly?
Okay, the first thing he said was M, the month of M, which makes I heard March, right? So this could be March or May. Literally, I think it's a month. I want to go to a month. But just in case, we can always, wonder if there's any M relatives, like a Mary, Margaret, etc. But I literally like, oh, March 13th, March 26th. So tell me what March means for you or him. You're twins. You would have the same birthday, obviously, but this could be something connected to the family or day of passing or indeed birthday. So that's the first thing I think about. The second thing I think about is not just D David, but I think about another D name. It could be another David, or it could be Dylan or Donna or something like that. Okay, May 12th, fine. So I should have said MA I should have said March or May instead of March, but at least it has the MA, and if I made that mistake of hearing it as March instead of May, and I said 13 even, so it's very close, really, if we think about this as a skill of listening and not perfection, and we're just hearing, that makes me happy. Okay, he said, move on, you got it. He's like, move on. He's talking about jewels, honey. So what's the red jewel? What are red jewels about? What are red coins about? Red crystals, red jewels. So I don't know if those are on your finger. I don't know where he's going, but they're really beautiful red things that remind me of crystals or jewels or things that hang, like a prism. It's red. Okay, so think about that. I don't think it's red stained glass. I don't think it's a red blanket. I feel like it's a object that is red, and somehow it makes me think that it could be see-through in a way like that. So we'll see if we can get that figured out. The other red could take us to red, to roses, to Rob, to art, lettered people. Okay, let's see what else he says. He says that you're putting things in the boxes wrong. I think he's teasing you. He makes me think that we're in your place and like he's watching you put stuff in boxes. It makes me think shipping, obviously, but it could be a multiple of things. It could be you're packing up or you're doing this, but he says you're doing it wrong, meaning like something doesn't fit right and you can't figure it out. And he's next to you and he's trying to help you get all the organization done. So whatever that means for you, but I think he's trying to make the box fit, make the things fit in the box. And then he goes to cars. Yeah, he goes to cars and he talks about cars. So there's either a car that he loved or he's an auto mechanic or he is watching someone still alive work on a car. This could be at the shop or it could be in your own garage. He's with what I call a papa, a father figure on the other side, which to me is similar to your name, Jean, like a G or a J, like a George, a James, another Jean. Also Elizabeth or Emmy, things that sound like the letter E to me, or AE. He's also talking about stuff like that. So unexpected means recent. Yeah. Okay. I probably missed that. Yeah. So he's laughing at you about it, like not because he doesn't love you, but because he's a twin. And I think it's because of your brother. This is sibling. So you're doing it wrong. You made it. He says you're organizing it wrong. So let's see if we can get it. What does he want? Okay. He says, you ask, what does he want? So like, for example, like all this, like things that are square, like old, like drives, like computer drives or CDs, those boxes go there. There's a very specific yellow box or yellow square item that goes there. You can't put electronics with that. So he's just having a fun time. I don't know if he was this way when he was alive, but he does seem to be a little bit intense. He says that he's smoking, something about smoking. He goes back to his 20s, early 20s. He talks about smoking because in my mind came the question, well, why did you die? Which means that he wanted to talk about that. And he says it's because of stuff inside of his lungs and throat, but he says it's old. Well, I don't know how old he was, obviously, but he did make me go to 20 in the 20s. So he's making me think he unexpectedly died now because of causes he did and unhealthy things he did younger. Now, I don't know where the motorcycle is, honey, or things that remind me of motorcycle, which is like machinery. So that's going to be motorcycle or like badass cars, rumble, type of stuff. Okay, so it looks like they're either they're writing it all down and trying to keep track of it, and then they're going to process it later. I do like that, even though David's going on, the first two things get confirmed: this birthday and the
Oh,
packing of
we
stuff,
have
and we'll
another.
get the rest of it. Oh, he sold cars. Thank you.
Yeah.
So there we go. So it's here, whatever that means. What the color red means, is that the color of the cars, or red saying glass? I wish I could understand that image more. Why do you think I said jewels? Are you there? So we can keep going, moving on. And then, okay, Jean, how about your Grammy, Louis, Lucille, Elizabeth, Leela, things that sound like EL or sometimes even A, but the sound, right? So is what we got going on. But anyway, he's your best friend. Let's play the music. He loves music. I want to play that old song. You know what I mean? I want to make it like Steve Miller Band or Led Zeppelin. I'm not exactly, those sound really different from each other, but anyway, let's just play the old rock and roll. Let's play the old rock and roll. And you can't forget me anyway. I went up in a pile of smoke and I live in the sky. He's having a good time. That's what he said. Did I say A? Oh yeah, I did. AE, right. Okay, things that sound. Your mother has passed, Miss Jean, or is he calling out your mom? There's a dead female on the other side. I don't know that that's your mom, but he's calling out her. That's great, honey. It must be so hard. Thank you for packing his stuff. Don't worry that he's making fun of it. He's really appreciative that you're there and looking at all of his stuff. He probably just doesn't want it packed. He probably just wants it to be, I think he wants it all given away. I think he wants everyone to have part of him. And then he goes out back. He makes me think about the grass and like mowing the lawn or just keeping the grass pretty. I know winter's upon us, but so I don't know if you also love to be out back.
Got it. Okie dokie.
Right.
Well, we are at about halfway. We have to leave 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think if they give me 2 or 3 verifications, that's good that we can keep it going.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rika, will you remind everybody of your schedule for the next couple days?
Yes. So my schedule is, sometimes I screw with it and then I remember that I like my schedule.
Oh,
This
no.
is going to be Monday through Thursday from 12 until 6. Mondays I'll get on at 11. So Monday 11 to 6 and the rest of the day 12 to 6. But I'll probably be getting on early and staying a little bit late. But I'm always available for appointments, and you always know I'll be there for that. And DMs all the time. My DMs are usually always on.
Messages. Got it. Okay. Yeah. You heard her, y'all. And we'll do a couple more shout outs too. So people don't forget. I know we have so many amazing questions and so many people here. I'm so bummed that we can't get to everybody, but we're going through. We're going pretty fast today.
Yeah, and I appreciate the people we're getting, at least a few people that are able to say, okay, yeah, like that's true. That's good.
Absolutely.
It's good for everyone. What is it good for? It's good to keep not just them verification, not just know dead people are okay, but it's good because it gives us a feeling of light. Like
Yeah.
being known gives us a light. And then each one of us participating that can really move forward with this idea. Wait, I'm not alone. Things are knowable. Maybe I can be helped.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Okay, so the next one is from La Reina. My name is Nicole. So I guess her name is Nicole. Do you see anybody in spirit? My baby girl, grandmas, grandpas, and uncles, are they all together and okay? Any guidance,
Aw.
spirit guides?
Well, it's a
There's a
family
whole bunch of little,
reunion. It's a family reunion. Okay,
yeah.
I want to go to the relative with a V or an F sound. Like I want to be like Viola, Violet, Verna, but it's also an F sound, so I might not be pronouncing it right to get a VF sound, which I've never actually put V and F together. But Verna, Verain, V is very strong somehow. I'm going to go to Love Life, and then I'm going to go to some of these things that are just questions, and we'll see how else they want to show up. Okay, I just is here a C name, and then I saw your last name is Chartier. But I did think of the C before I saw that, and then I noticed that. So I think the Chartiers are here as well. Also, there's a younger man, a man that would have died younger in this family. Maybe it's your baby girl, sweetheart, which we'll get in a moment. But right now, I'm thinking about a young man that died. Okay. Baby energy. Is it Angel, honey? Is it Angel? Before you came in, I wrote down Elaine, which EIA is the middle of Lorena, but I'm a first initial girl. So some reason this little baby makes me think about Angel. And either we call her that because she's gone, or that's something connected to her name, first, middle, last, or her dad, or family, or name. Okay, as far as the future of love, you need to bid your time for better results. If you're with someone, just hold off on deciding what the future is with that person. If you're not with someone, it's okay. We need to bid your time for better results. I feel like a better time for a relationship for you in a way that you feel satisfied with is more April of May of next year. It's a relationship at that moment that would lead into permanency by the end of the summer and by September. Okay. D names. Yeah. Yep. Right. Right. You said that in your question. So I'm just seeing how this person get through. What I thought was I heard the name like literally Angel, sweetie. Did your daughter have an A first, middle, last name, or things that sound like that, such as E-I, that kind of thing? Also, I just wrote down Daniel or D names on my piece of paper. So there could be that connection. There might be so many people that want to come to you, and you asked for so much that it might be hard to get you focused. So take a second since you're here, and I'm glad you are, Miss Nikki. Or it was the person that said she was in the call. Just take an exhale for me and let go of your head. Okay, they said to stick with EI names connected to your family, first, middle, last name. And if you can bring that up, even if it's not your baby, it'd be someone connected to your baby or holding your baby. Okay, let's see what else it is. I feel like my ears are ringing when I hear this, which means the grief is probably pretty great. So it may be hard for her to hear that or us to get to a clear connection, because it may be other people can get through easier, not because the baby's not here, but more about what we're able to actually hear. Okay, fine. The baby says she's on your neck. You wear her. So you wear her. There's either a necklace straight up or it's her ashes. You wear your baby. And then she talked about a blanket that you're wrapped. So you have her blankie. It makes me think it's over you. So it'd feel like a blanket, or it could be, something that makes you wrap around you, which could be another article of clothing. There's also a very specific, little book, picture. I don't say it's a baby book, but I feel like it's like a very specific thing you open and you see her and has a picture. I don't know if that's her, when you die, you get your pamphlet. I forget what that's called right now. And I think she's saying it's all in the same place. And also a serviceman individual is coming through. Someone that would have worked in the military or the service, someone that would have been like a veteran is coming through here. It could also be a police officer. They're talking about that. So your baby is either calling out the military person or the police officer, the uniformed person. Baby's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Also a lot of water around this baby. I don't know if there was any water accidents with this baby or her lungs that made me feel like I'm just too much fluid is around me. Too much fluid is around me. And that's what she says. But she does put her hand on your back and she says, this, me as your angel, means that you will be very wise in the future and you'll never say yes to things that should be no again. That's what she said. Wow. And then P, Patrick, Panicki, P. So I think that's Patrick, Patrick, Peter, etc., or something like that. A P, a P name, living or past, first, middle, last name. Okay.
Okie dokie. We will move on to the next question. Looks like we're about 57 likes on Facebook, so keep liking it up. Let's see if we can get to 100.
1,000 million.
I mean, that would be awesome. Okay, let's do, first of all, Jean, I believe she was the person before this, said, you helped me not feel so alone and lost. So thank you so much.
That's so funny. Thank you so much for saying that's not funny. What's funny to me is how he came through just like a brother would. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, just like a brother would. Totally. I'm going to make me think he's 1 minute older than you, but you're probably older. But you might think he's the boss. So thank you for that, Jean. I really, really appreciate it. And also too, I want to say, just like the past reading, great. Some things they can just confirm right away, which is awesome. And sometimes it just takes a little bit more and they may think of these things later. So never be worried. Rakia,
yeah.
Do I know you? Rakia? Are you my Rakia?
Yeah.
My Rakia that calls me?
Maybe.
I want to know. She should say, yeah, she better be there.
Okay.
Rakia, I do have a Rakia that calls me all the time and I need to know. But this Rakia is the one we're talking to you now, Miss Robinson. It's connected to medicine somehow, medical nurse, something like that, or she just took a kid to the doctor. It's something about medicine right around now. Is it her? Yeah. Yes, you are. Or which one are you? Are you the nurse? Are you both of what I just said? Oh, shoot. I go so fast. Which one are you, Angie? It's my girl. Okay, let's see here. So it's the same man. So Rakia makes me so happy. I love Rakia. Rakia is going to be such a phenomenal, like she's this amazing. Rakia, you're amazing. You're an amazing young woman who is growing into such an incredible adult female, right? I'm talking about like your path towards like 40, like you're so phenomenal. The hardest part for you is the way that you organize like your thoughts and your signs and your system. And again, when I say the hardest part, it's not a personal opinion. It's not even from knowing. It's just this reading. So you can take that hardest part away and just say my tendency. But what it means is that you get this very clear, you get this perspective of how it's going to go. And then if your environment doesn't match it, you're like, I just don't understand. So I need you to get more clear that if that's happening in your environment, then either that means you go right back to your prayer and say, I need more clarity and understand why isn't it going the way that I want. Because just because we're controlling and organized, I mean, you can consider me a controlling person. I'm very organized. I work very hard. I'm very disciplined. I keep a straight line in a lot of ways. But because I know where the straight line is, I'm very free. So your straight lines need to be your identity. Your straight lines need to be, okay, they said stop, pause, 2 weeks. Okay, you'll be making out with the dude in the car. That's all she wants to know. Okay, you got it, girl. Just remember, just because you make out with someone doesn't mean it's like the end result. The end result, you're in a committed relationship. The make out is something that's like on the way. Okay, they said they can give you something with a J, which I don't know if I'm, GJ, maybe. We'll give you that in December, honey. But you need to stop psyching yourself out. That's the bottom line. And then who's the A, Rakia? Who's the A connection? I don't know why I want to give her a card. I'm picking these up. Ace of Discs is your card. And it's like you are on more solid ground than you know, but you got to stop using the mind to trip out. Sometimes it's better to really feel the solid ground and let your world show you. Then go to your mind and say, how come I feel shaky? You wouldn't say, why do I feel shaky? You'd say, I need to feel on solid ground again. And then the environment will demonstrate that to you. Girl, that she got through is really a miracle because you have no idea, Brie. Like that's like a sign itself.
Oh my gosh. That's so fun. We are at we have 15 minutes left. So if we want to do some tarot as well, just let us know in the comments if you want a card, we can do that. Or if you still want to do questions, we could do questions too. So we'll do a mix of both. Let's see. This is a big one. From T. Let's see. I feel my grandmother like no other, and I could really use your help. She passed away last Thanksgiving morning, and I really need to know, does she have a message for me as I am grieving her dearly? Thank you, Brie and Rika, for helping me communicate with her.
You're so sweet. Thank you for not only saying, hey, I've been trying forever, but restating your question. That's the way to do it. That way we have it always, no matter what. The first thing she showed, honey, was like you, I guess, sitting, for lack of a better word, or crouching, and like you were releasing something out to the universe. I am not a generalist. I don't just go right to, butterflies and like I don't go to the things in the books. I want specifics. If these general things come through, they would be specific to the person. I am supposed to talk about butterflies or things that are winged. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if you saw a swarm that got let free, if you release something of her to the sky. It's also not just her birthday, day of passing coming up in Thanksgiving, but she is calling out another birthday. That would be a birthday connected to her, you, your family, could even be your dad, right? But she is calling about there's more than just my day of passing this month of Thanksgiving. There's also another birthday. Also, she says Glenn or G, like Glenn, Gary, Glenn, things like that. G's and J's do sometimes go together for me, and it's just the way that I hear stuff, which a Glenn could be a Jean, right, with a J or something like that. But the biggest thing is, honey, she says that like you scream out to the sky, so it's the same feeling, like, yeah. Help me, like help me. And she says what you need to learn to do is every time you say help me, I'm listening now. Because the help me, we don't always get our senses in the place where we can receive. The help me means that we don't have our senses available, right? We're like, help me. I can't see, I can't hear. So you need to stop and say, let me see you, let me hear. Now she says that you do see her. She says that she can be made visible in a mirror or the window and that you've had premonitions of seeing her. Are you there with us, T? If you've been trying for 30 minutes, it makes me think you should be listening right now. Are you?
I know she's there,
What's
but
going
I
on?
haven't seen a comment. I think she's kind of taking it all in right now.
Let's see what else she wants to say to you. She says there's a question of her in her mind about staying or going to something. Leave. She says leave. If you're in a decisive moment about yes or no with someone, go to the no. Carol, Kaylee, Kylie, Kevin, Key, CK, sound. Okay, I hear that. So what did you release out to the sky? Why do you think she's saying that? Or what do you think she keeps saying, like, you're down? Is this just you, like, doing your prayers? Is this how you pray in the morning? Like, she really wants me to know that she sees you with this action, either releasing something or being right there. And she does say butterflies. So I don't know what butterflies mean to you or winged things, if it's a tattoo on you or what, but she doesn't want me to give up on that. And I'm not, and she knows that I'm not going to repeat it unless she forces me. Your apartment and your relationship. So do they go together? Like, do you live with your guy? We need to leave. Are you at, what are you asking with that? That's just a statement. My apartment, my relationship. Is
I
there,
think that was the leaving, the things that she's
can
considering.
both of them together? Okay. I'm going to assume that she means both, because the other way to interpret that is, are me and my boyfriend moving, right? Or my husband. So, but yeah, you need to go away from that. I just told a friend I feel like a butterfly trapped. Okay, thank you. She insisted. So that means she's right there right now. So she's communicating through you, through your words. She's communicating even through the things you say out of your mouth that you say to your friend. And that means leave. Let's untrap the butterfly. Let's let the wings. I would go. I can hear her you talking or something. I'm like, I would go. They're gonna go by January. I hope he's not listening. Shoot. And then Lyndon, London, Larry, Lily, Larry, LLL, Louise, Luke, LLL. Talk to me about that name. Elizabeth, Lisa, Lily. They all sound the same to me. Okay, but L. We'll go with that. Felt very L-ish. Okay, so they say just make it go by January and don't worry, because we have a whole nother tall drink of water. You need to free the little butterfly. Plus, you should write. You should speak to people and life coach them and do all sorts of good things. You're a beautiful woman. That's what Grammy. That's what's being said.
Aww.
Is it your boyfriend's birthday this month? Is that the birthday? Whose birthday? I think it's with a guy, but anyway, go. If you just told your friend that I feel like a butterfly trapped, your grandma's like, talk about the butterfly, talk about the butterfly. It means you need to unfree, you need to free yourself, little butterfly.
Spread
You're
your
the
wings.
little butterfly. You're free.
Spread those wings.
Whee! Don't
Um,
worry about it. Are you 32? You don't have to answer all these questions. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's do a tarot card, a love card for
Okay.
Sydney over on
Thank you. Sydney Nicole Mary Westover. I just had to say the whole name. I love it so much. Okay. Also, while I'm doing that, I hear the name Philip, Paul, Peter, M names, and then back to like Jean, George, that. But the P was really the strongest. There's the last name of P.
I have a question starred somebody by the name of Phyllis.
Oh, okay, we're going to get to Phyllis no matter what.
Okay.
Okay, for you, Miss Sydney, I think it's Phyllis's like man on the other side, either dad.
Because that's what the question.
Okay. So I know that they're giving it before she comes. Let's all get with Sydney right now. We're doing a tarot. I guess they're worried about me over talking. I'm trying to I'm trying to not. Look, it's getting crazy, guys. We're just love for Sydney because the man on Phyllis is going crazy. Okay, and Bree will be back. Ooh, okay, Sydney, you got the 2 of Wands, which means that you have met the match. You have converged. It is fiery, right? The fire is like chemical combustion, like wee, total match, total chemistry. The problem with fire is that fire burns so quickly, and water, of course, flows. So I would pray that this convergence, which I think it means you just met someone, or if they said I could even talk about someone from the past, like a year ago or the beginning of this year, that had the same kind of energy, but you've not heard from them. So what you want to do with this is say, okay, I'm going to pray that the fire becomes water. Pray to turn the fire. He will contact you if it is the past, which is where I'm at right now, right? And if he just contacted you, this will also apply. But they make me think,
so crazy.
if you do, yeah, he just came back, as I said it. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Yeah. Is it Greg? What's his name? You don't have to say it. What if he's watching? Don't say it if you know, if you think
Oh
he's
my
watching.
gosh. LOL.
Anyway, I want you to pray very deeply that this fire turns to water, turns to everlasting flow of water. Yes, you're going to have fears. Yes, you're going to be like, what is he thinking? Yes, you're going to be like, I don't trust. And all these things we do, which is fine. Be human. But please pray that this convergence, what did I say?
I don't
I
know if
didn't
he
say
said a
Matt.
specific name. You asked for his name.
Yeah. Oh, I asked for his name. Okay, right. I'm like, how did that? Okay. You, hopefully he'll propose to you in May or
Ooh.
June or July. Oh, screw it. Let's get married in March, people. This is one of those situations you guys should both just say, F it. Screw it. We're old enough. Let's go. Let's go to the chapel. Let's go downtown and get married at Justice. Let's just go right now. Your sister is very important to me, or his sister, a female in this energy, is very critical here and is helping. Okay, so what am I saying? I'm predicting that this can go into the rest of your life. That's what I'm predicting.
Beautiful. I love it. So Phyllis over on Facebook. Oh, message from my mom.
Okay. And Phyllis, are you there? Is your dad still alive? Your mom made me think about a man on the other, a man. So your mother could be calling out dad or your brother or your, a man. But have you lost any man on the other side? That's something I need to know. But I do believe your mama is calling out your name because I'm like, I heard that name, right? So let's see what mommy says.
I think she said
Mom says
dad is still alive.
Okay. Margarita, Mary, Martha, she's calling out an M named individual living her past. Again, sometimes dead people don't call it their own names. They call about, the other people that are still around. Because my deep feeling at this point is that mediumship is not just to know that like when you die, you're okay. I think we're okay. I think life continues. I do believe that it's really trying to prove that we are not alone in the invisible laws of life, such as death, also assist us, including your mommy, honey. Clear out the mind. Think of the word listen. Let's see what she says to you. Oh, she just says, I need to give you I need to feel your sadness. You guys are like soulmates, like twins. Like this mom definitely didn't want to leave you. You're her best friend in every way. She shows me something and she's writing. So that makes me think that you have writing of hers, you have a book of hers, something that's important that she wrote. And I feel like if you say, well, she never wrote, then she can see what you're writing. But in my mind, this woman is really trying to write to you, right? So she may be showing up in the written word in some way. She makes me think 79, 80. She makes me think, before 90. Okay. And she wants me to have the tears. Like she wants you to have your grief. She says, don't fix death. You can't fix death. Death is something that we have to experience. We can only grieve. We grieve because we love, And then Bruce, is that your brother? Is that daddy? Is that is that the B? A B can even be like a short, right? But you heard me. Yes, she sees you. Yes, she can hear you. She says, rather than think of me in the sky, would you think of me right next to you? So I'm at your kitchen table and the bills are on the table. If it turns out to dining, it turns out to living table, I'll be cool with it. But I feel like I'm at the main table and I feel like the bills or the receipts or account statements are open. And she wants you to know she's right there. She's right there. And she doesn't want you to think yeah, honey, she's right there. She said, okay, you just went, she was, and she's to your right. And then we've got a grandmother, her mother to the left, and we've got you, and we're helping you, and we want you to be happy. And then she shows me the color yellow, but she says, don't think you're not happy just because you're sad. You love me. And then she shows me the color yellow, and then she makes me think about a teenage son, a younger son. Teenage in this day and age could be 26 and under, frankly. That's what she's saying, honey. And then did your son? I'm assuming now you have a son. If it's a daughter, I'll deal with it. She could have it could be a son-in-law, or the man just get a new car. Did a male figure in your family just get a new car? Obviously, I'm good at hearing certain situations like cars and birthdays and things. But anyway, honey, remember the wedding? This is so weird. She's reminding me of like, when you do parades and like, you had Jackie O in a going down, and I guess I don't know why we're going to Kennedy, but this is where she's at. But it makes me think about like when you get married sometimes and like people have like processions and we wave. So she's showing me something makes me think about a wedding or something like that. So she might be calling out an anniversary, or indeed someone might be getting married or just got married, or she got married after they passed, things like that. And if she's calling out an anniversary, it'd have to be within this general time. So hopefully, I know you're taking that all in, honey. Anyway, she definitely writes to you. She's your very best friend.
That was a really good reading. Okay.
2 minutes? Maybe one card? Yeah, 2 minutes or?
Yeah, let's do
whichever.
A love card for Dale.
Dale. Dang it. I just wish I would have said it. In my mind, I'm like D. But sometimes I just need it for myself, I guess. This card for Dale. Dale's ready. Something about 3 years. Something about 3 years. It's about damn time. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, fire again. Ace of Wands. Another connection here. Okay. If I could ask Dale's question for her, I feel like it'd be like, is the person that came into my life 3-4 months ago going to work out? And I'm going to say yes. I feel like by December the 12th through 14th, you're going to know who your man or your person is in the future. And this person says, someone told me I said the name Roger or Reggie or back to an first initial of R. So this is either the name of the person you met or a deceased person letting me know about it. But I do believe you could have a wedding, if you want a ceremony. They say that she can have that in 1.5 to 2 years. The only thing that would keep her from that is that she is more focused on keeping her doubt than her future, that she's more caught up in 3 years ago, 4 years ago than her future. When things that are predicted are not seeming to come true, it means that we're not actually in rhythm with the prediction. We're more in rhythm with why not, how come, why. These are blocks to the future because we're not able to get to the next moment because all we are asking is about the past. Jonathan, Joseph, John, Jay. Okay, I guess that's about it. Time to go already.
Yeah.
I thought there were some good readings today.
Yes. And Rika, before you leave, will you please remind everybody of your schedule? Because I know you're going to hop online.
Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
Noon to 6. Monday I start at 11. So Monday 11 to 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 11 to 6. Okay. Sometimes I might pop on. Don't count on it. But I might. And then I'm always available for direct message.
Okay. Sounds good. Rika, thank you so much. I will see you in 2 weeks.
I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. I love you.
I'm just going to close it out really quick.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Rika. Like I just said, Rika will be back here in 2 weeks on the 28th. So after Thanksgiving, we'll be here on Facebook and YouTube answering all of your questions. I really, really want to try to get to everybody next time. So on the 28th, tell me that you watched this one and you didn't get your question answered, and I'll try to pick you next time. We do have a promo code for new customers. That promo code is Rika5. So if you are new to California Psychics, you want to give it a try, go ahead and go on to our website or download our app and use the promo code Rika5 for $5 added to your account. But otherwise, I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your Monday, a great rest of your week, and a very happy Thanksgiving. Okay, bye, y'all.